Welcome back. Now we are going to look at many-to-many eloquent relationship. And in this relationship, you're going to use an example that is mostly used in many websites, where you have a user who has many roles and where those roles are also shared by other users in the same website. So let's say, for example, you have a user who has a role of an admin. That role is also shared by other users in the same website. To define this relationship, we are going to require three tables. That is the users table, the role user, and the roles table. The users table will contain the names of the users. And then we have the role user, which will contain the foreign key of these two tables. That is the user ID and the role ID. And then the third one, which is the roles table, will contain the name of the roles. So as you can see here, we have this role user table. The role user table is a pivot table, and a pivot table is much like an agent or a mediator table which manages the many-to-many relationship between two tables. And the name of the pivot table is derived from the singular names of the related models arranged in alphabetical order. That's why the related models here are the user model and the role model, but they must be arranged in alphabetical order. That's why we have the R in role, which comes before U. That is arranged in alphabetical order. And that's why we have role underscore user. So that is a convention in Laravel, because Eloquent will assume that the pivot table here is the name arranged in alphabetical order of the related models, role, user. So let's see how these roles are shared by these users. So here we have the users table with some users, only 3. And then we have the role user, just like I've said, contain the user ID and the role ID from the two tables. And then here we have the roles table with some of the role names. So as you can see here in this example, we have a user called Patrick, who is ID 1 on the users table. And then on the pivot table, you'll see his ID is 1 and his role is 1. So that means if you check from the roles table, you'll see ID 1 is admin. The second user, who is James, his ID is 2. On the pivot table, you can see his ID is 2 and then his role is 1. So as you can see on the roles table, that means ID 1 is admin. And you'll see clearly that the user Patrick and user James, they are sharing this role of an admin. So let's see the third user, who is Joy. As you can see here, he's not on this list of users with any role. So James has another role. That's why his ID is 2, and as you can see, his role is 3. That means he has more than one role in this website. So in this relationship, each table will be connected to each other using the foreign key. And many-to-many relationship will use belongs to many for relation. So in the next lecture, we'll see how these relationships are done.